Oh, wait, so did they change it? Is it automatically waiting for broadcast to be... No, it just automatically pushes it. It just does it on its own. It's like, I see that you're live. Press here. Oh, you don't have to press. It just goes live now. Hi, Pooh!
Hi, Pooh!
Hold on, I gotta just... Hi, Pooh!
Hi, Pooh! Hi, Pooh! Off to the hype train we
Hi,
go.
Pooh! I should probably... Hold on. Let me share. Let me put some links
share
out.
stuff. I want to see the stream. I'm not even seeing the stream.
My 100 whopping followers on Facebook. And my, what is it, 14 or 1,500 whopping followers on Twitter. Come follow me on Twitter. I'm trying to up my Twitter game here. I'm at Driftwood Gaming on Twitter. Give me a follow. That'd be nice. Very nice, very nice. So yeah, I suppose I could just go like BAM and put that over here and refresh this page. Check it out, guys.
Yeah.
This is real. This is real.
Oh, 2 people have joined. I have to join. I haven't joined yet. Join Jammy.
I think we need to put sponsored by Degica somewhere in here.
Oh.
Like maybe we put Degica's logo or something on the top. I'm not sure.
What if can
what
I
they
do this? No, I can't do that. Short description. Let's just put right here.
It's kind of up to what they want.
Yeah, we probably should put like that at some point.
To the stream. Oh no, hold on. There we go.
Wow.
I've got stuff. I have things. You don't have headphones, so you can't experience the awesome that is a vocal processing pedal.
I'm just trying to type like a not stupid person.
The rest of my stuff should be arriving today, so I can actually have a little MIDI controller here with other things as well. It's going to be great. It's going to be so much fun. I'm going to annoy the stream. I'm going to be able to troll the stream.
Alright, I have it on there, but I'll see if we have like an official logo that we should put up.
Also, your voice sounds like a robot. I don't know
Mine?
if that is intentional.
Mine? Why do I
Hold
sound
on.
like a robot? Why
Testing,
do I
1,
sound
2,
like a
testing, 1, 2.
robot?
This is that one. But over here, does it sound... Yeah. It's this pedal. I don't know what effect is doing that. Maybe I
Why
just
are you
do
making me
this.
sound like a robot?
I can turn it off, and it's completely off now. That's off. But then on... you don't sound like a robot. This is crystal clear, clean.
Okay.
This one should be fine. But this one, it should have some effects on it. And stuff. But if it's too distracting, I'll just turn it off. I thought it would be an additional thing. Anyway,
Yeah.
what are we going to be doing today, T?
We are going to announce a contest. A really fun, super awesome contest called the Ultimate
Effekseer.
Effekseer.
It's not Elf Kisser.
It's the Ultimate
No, it is Elf
Effekseer
Kisser.
Animation Contest.
Ultimate Effekseer Animation Contest. Bruh, let's put a link to that everywhere. Hold on, why didn't I put a link to that in the description of the video? Let's edit this.
Oh, you have to
We've got
read.
it.
By the way, I didn't tell you this, but it's a requirement.
I have to read.
You have to read this top part in your announcer voice.
Okay. Are we ready for
It
that?
was written with you in mind. Yeah.
What's up, Vina, Warp Enigma, RPG Maker Web? That's Touch Fuzzy, by the way. And the Realtron. Thanks for tuning in. Is it bad, the Realtron?
You should take it off.
Is it bad?
It's making you tinny.
Tinny?
Yeah, you're tinny. I'd take it off.
Okay, hold on.
It doesn't sound
Testing
good.
audio now. What about this?
Give me a second.
Okay, yeah. So this is with it off. I don't know if the volume level's too quiet with it off now. Maybe it's
Yeah, that's way better.
it's better?
Yeah.
So this is bypass.
It's not doing any good right now.
With it
No.
with it on.
No.
Okay. But I can turn it on if I go like this and then turn this up and then now I have some special effects. Oh. Okay.
You could play with your toy
Right.
later, honey.
Right? Volume is good. Okay. Well, let me turn this down and this up. Otherwise, the volume levels won't be quite right. So now it should be about right. When it's off, volume is good when it's off. When it's on, it sounds like a bad karaoke
It does.
mic.
It sounds bad. It sounds bad.
Okay. So this is.
You gotta read the top part. I wrote it with your radio voice.
Okay.
in mind.
Can I do it with my pedal on?
You sound better without it.
All right. Play with your toy later, honey.
Yes.
I want to play with it now. All right. Ultimate Effekseer animation contest. Are you as hyped as we are with the release of the new RPG Maker MZ engine? Hold on. My vision is dog.
I didn't give you any warning, but that's
Okay.
part of the fun.
Thank you, Corey Davis. He sent us something. Let's read this first part. Are you as hyped as we are for the release of the new RPG Maker MZ engine? Are you excited to get your hands on and do all there is to do with the latest and greatest in the RM series? I probably should have read this. T's just like, well, this is the contest for you. Use Effekseer, the software animator used by the new, soon-to-be-released RPG Maker MZ to rise to the top. Become animator extraordinaire. Get ready for the release of MZ and win some fabulous prizes while you're at it.
Yay!
I could actually do that in Audacity and make it sound good if we wanted to.
Yeah. You could.
Make like a short
Let's
2-minute video that we post after the stream, so it's just like, hey, another little promo. Let's do that afterwards.
Okay. Let's read some rules.
So I don't sound like ass.
I'll start. Rule number 1. Make one animation.
Hold on. Before we get into the rules, we got Corey Davis sending us something. Vino's throwing $5 hype. Thank you guys for super chatting 1 second. I definitely got to throw props to my backers and my supporters and everything.
Uh-huh.
And when they do things,
Absolutely.
I like people to know they did things because it's beneficial. Are you guys hyped? Are you guys excited for this?
I'm hyped. I'm gonna make one even though I can't win.
Yeah, even though we can't win, we're gonna get down to the prizes. I'm sure some of them are already looking at the page. So Corey Davis sent $50 through PayPal.
Whoa,
thank you so
thank you,
much, Corey
Corey.
Davis.
Sir
Appreciate
Corey
that.
Von Davis.
He brings us a message though, just so you guys know. That post is not right without the top hat. Now, here's the thing. I originally had the top hat in, and then through an editing pass, somehow it got removed.
Well, we had to squeeze a bunch of stuff in there, so we had to become smaller people. Our little faces were actually bigger when we started, but we had to move some stuff around.
That is true. So I'm going to open that up, and we're going to get that fixed.
Can we read some rules while we're waiting for Photoshop?
I know you're dying to read.
I'm dying. We gotta read the rules.
Do the reading
I'll
of the
start.
rules for
Rule number
people who are
1.
interested. We have an hour to talk about this, by the way. So
make
chisells,
one
okay.
animation using Effekseer.
Just one to win.
Well, okay.
All you got to do is make one.
You just have to make one.
That's all.
That's the requirement. Make one animation using Effekseer. Submit the abadabadoo file, EFC file, and any textures or images needed for your animation to enter. That's what
right.
you do to enter. Rule number 2.
Rule number 2, entries that cannot be opened and played in Effekseer will be disqualified.
Boo.
We say this just because sometimes we won't be able to open them if
we're
they're
not
not
gonna-
saved right. So here's what you do to avoid that. We're going to skip this little weird track. All you have to do is make sure that you send all of the PNGs or texture files that you're using with it to include those in a zip folder. So you're going to send the EFC file as well as any PNGs that you used in that. And then if we have all that, it should load just perfectly.
Right.
And if it doesn't, then maybe it has to be in the right directory. Like you have to load it from a specific directory.
I'm not sure, but I mean, to be sure, I would probably I would send mine to Drifty, and he could open it, and I could, be sure that it'll play. So maybe send it to a friend and ask him to check if it opens.
Yeah. Well, you can do that. That would be a good bonus. But I'll do my best to make sure that if everything was sent, we'll try to put it in the right order for people to get their effort rewarded.
So rule number 3, up to 3 entries are allowed per participant. No teams are allowed. So you only need to make 1, but if you want to, you can make up to 3 effects.
A 50 knock super chat from Warp Enigma saying, can't not super chat if Vino and Corey does. Super chat crew represent. I feel like this is a little loud on mine. I'm going to bring this down just a hair. Hopefully it's about right. Let's actually start the recording. I didn't start the recording. How's it going, everybody? I'm Drifty from Driftwood Gaming, and I'm joined with T.
Good game.
Good game, GG. We started this. This is the announcement to the Ultimate Effekseer Animation Contest. For those of you who are just tuning in, this is an officially sponsored itch contest by Degica. So they are going to give us some sweet prizes. We'll get to it. We're reading the rules right now. We're going to do a quick promo video at some point, maybe after the live stream or maybe towards the end of the live stream, where we just go through it like rapid fire and we do it as a video format. But for now, this is our live stream backup video in case YouTube Live says it doesn't go live and we need it to be there. We can upload as a video. It's good as a contingency. We've got all these people super chatting. Corey Davis dropped $50 and a bunch of super chatters. Warp Enigma. Thank you guys so much. We are reading the rules right now. We are on rule number 4. You already said 3, right?
I did.
Okay, rule number 4, no pre-existing animations will be allowed, although edits of the free CCO with attribution license animations are allowed.
Well, any CCO.
Any CCO.
Yeah.
You are required to credit the originator of the effect that you've edited, and must follow their terms of use.
Yes.
All right, so basically all this little symbols is just telling
there's
you
some explanations
at the
down
bottom. You can see the bottom, but we'll get to it.
All right, so rule number 5. RPG Maker assets cannot be used in your animations. RPG Maker's terms of use does not allow for redistribution of assets even if they are edited. Therefore, they cannot be used in this contest.
Right. This works for any assets. So if there are any assets that are not CC0, which means the copyright they've got some rights protected and you can't redistribute, or you can't make a derivative without infringing.
Which is most assets.
Which is most assets that are not like free to use for whatever reason. CC0 specifically says you can use this asset however you want, even if you decide to make money with it in the future. So we're requiring that you only use those if you're going to use some pre-existing stuff.
And the Effekseer website
you
has hundreds of CCO samples that you can use. So there's a lot of material just right on their website, easy to download and use.
But please don't take one of their things and then just upload it as your own.
Right.
So we're going to be looking for like foul play. I'm going to go through all of the examples when we look at them, when we get people's results, and if any match to like basically a copy paste of the example, we're going to DQ it. So we reserve the right to disqualify any entry at our own discretion. If we feel like it was just a copy paste job, then we're going to DQ it, and you don't expect hey, can you blah blah blah. No, it just DQ'd if we feel it's copy pasted.
So rule number 7 is no NSFW or content that violates YouTube's terms of use or Discord's terms of use.
Hey Mikey Kima, is there something wrong with the audio? Is it just your headphones?
It's her headbuds, yeah.
You got 2 weeks to make one her headbuds.
Her headbuds.
You get 2 weeks to make a badass animation and anyone can win. That's right, Vino.
Rule number 8.
Rule number 8. By entering this contest, you agree to license your animation under the Creative Commons license CC0-A, meaning no rights reserved, requesting attribution credit. So when you submit a piece of art, a particle effect, you are giving everybody else the ability to use that piece, that particle effect, that PNG file in their game, even if they decide to make money on it. And the only requirement you will have is a credit in the game.
And it's only a request, because CCO by nature means you can't put restrictions on it. Therefore, you're just asking people to credit you. But if they don't, it's not like you could take them to court or anything.
Not with a CCO.
Not with a CCO.
But CCO-A means your name should be on it.
Yes,
if everything is.
Most decent people will put your name on it.
Yes. And finally, rule number 9.
Judges are not eligible to win prizes.
We have several people who want to participate, like myself and T and Touch Fuzzy and Vino, but we are the judges. So the 4 judges that we know about, I was thinking Archaea was going to be on this list. Is she not on this?
Oh, I don't know. I didn't hear anything about that.
I was under the impression that Archaea was one of the judges.
That's a wish list thing for Drifty.
Well, I thought she was supposed to be. She was going to be.
No.
Okay.
No,
well,
there was never anything said about Archaea being a judge.
Why in my head was it Archaea's? In my head, she was already as
maybe
a judge.
you had a dream.
Maybe I had a dream that we had 5 judges. Hopefully, we'll get Archaea as a judge. I'll ask her later.
I think if she's listening, this is a bombshell for her. She's like, wait,
like,
what?
I have to do what now? I ain't got time. No, nobody got time for that.
No, nothing was ever said about her.
I never asked her. Touch Fuzzy says I can ask her if she wants to be. Yeah, at least offer her the thing. I know it's extra work, so if she says no, it's fine. It's totally cool.
But we would totally
I thought we had 5 judges. Apparently we have 4. Maybe Archaea will hop on. But anyway, Touch Fuzzy is our main representative from Degica, and he is acting as a judge here, as well as myself, T, and Vino has. We've asked T and I decided that we wanted more judges, and Vino was one of the people that we thought had enough skill to win the competition if he wanted to, but
we knocked him out.
So we thought since he was going to be able to win the competition, we wanted to eliminate our competition. No, we thought it would be fun to have somebody skilled with animations and editing to judge other people's animations and editing.
Mm-hmm.
So
we appreciate your help.
Thank you, Vino, for deciding to be a judge with us. Judging criteria: creativity, aesthetics, sound design. Pretty simple. It's basically conspiracy. It's a conspiracy. I knew it. And why would they do that? Because the grand prize, first place prize, is a copy of RPG Maker MZ.
Woo!
Guys, you can win a copy of RPG Maker MZ upon winning this competition. The second prize, not as flashy, nor is the third prize, because they would require that you pay for it yourself, but it still comes with 2 DLC packs for winning second place, and if you come up with the third place prize, you still get a DLC pack when it is announced for RPG Maker MZ.
To be clear, they're unannounced because they have yet to be announced to the public. So these are some juicy unknown DLC packs that we haven't seen yet.
Right.
Ooh.
Yeah, so the first prize is really what catches my eye, because you get a copy of RPG Maker MZ, and who doesn't want that right now, right? So that's very tasty prize. We weren't able to, because this is an official game jam. We're not able to throw in extra reward categories, but that doesn't mean we can't give away stuff on the streams. Mm-hmm. So we can still do our giveaways on the streams, but as far as attaching more awards and stuff to this competition,
the prize list is locked.
we asked about that, and they told us no. So what it is what it is. This is what it is, and this is what you get. You totally should, Damien. You get that RPG Maker MZ prize. It would be great. 20 knock super chat from Warp Enigma saying, I'll super chat it again. Version 1.52F or version 1.5? I'm sorry I missed that. He did super chat that, and that was a question. Sorry, I got distracted.
So
Warp, I'm not sure the requirement. I would say either would be fine.
I got a question. Are we pronouncing Degica correctly? Because to be completely honest, I'm just saying it the way I think it's supposed to be said.
Is it Degica?
Or is it Degica?
I've always said Degica, but I would like to say it right. Please help me say this properly.
I'm going to be totally... Oh, man. I hope it's Degica, because I don't like the way Degica sounds.
Degica.
Yay! I'm so happy.
Okay.
I got nervous when my computer said that.
Why would you say that? What if it was supposed to be Degica?
I do not like a name of something.
What? You can't not like the name of your sponsor.
Yes,
This is nonsense. When you submit your entry, specify the version you use just to be safe. That's a good suggestion, because we can download another version to do judging. That's fine.
Yeah. No, it's super easy actually to download Effekseer. In fact, I did it 3 times this morning trying to fix a bug. Funny thing, I fixed the bug. and then I broke it again, and I can't fix it now. I don't know what I did, but I had it going right, and then I broke it.
The same
again.
particle effect looks different on T's computer compared to mine.
Yeah, it's all smeared, and it's got like black boxes on it.
What version are you downloading? Because I'm using 1.52G.
I'm using 1.52F.
So how did I get the G version?
I have no idea.
I got the G version, yo.
Maybe I'll try and download it. I don't think it has a G version. Oh, here we go.
Yeah, go for the newest.
Wait,
and
no,
the hottest.
it doesn't have a G version. It has an FEBA. How did you get G?
Yeah, I don't know how to say. I just got the G version,
That's
bro.
so weird. Hold on, let me open it and see what it says. Mine says G.
Oh yeah, you got G version.
That's weird. Okay, maybe their website's just not updated.
Yeah, they updated the link to the newest version, but they didn't change the text on their HTML.
Yeah,
not a big deal.
But it's kind of buggy and silly, so I think I'm gonna actually delete all the files again and then re-download it. See if that fixes it.
Sure, you can do that. Hey Frank Weber, how you doing? So there's no max number of frames for the animation. I don't know, maybe we should set a max number of frames just for the time's sake, right?
You think? I can't imagine.
One being too long.
Yeah, but maybe we should just in case.
Just in case.
Like a minute or less or something.
Yeah, let's make it a 1 minute at tops, right?
Yeah.
So put rule 10. We reserve the right to change rules as we need to. We will.
Up to right now.
Yeah.
Right now, well, it's not even started yet, so we're allowed to change rules. But.
Right. Yeah, the contest will start at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is in 37 minutes from now, 36 and a half minutes from now. There goes my 2-hour animation movie. Hey, if you're working on a 2-hour animation in Effekseer, you might as well just go all the way, download AutoCAD, and apply at Pixar or something.
Okay, so rule 10 is animations must be a minute or less in duration.
Yeah, a minute or less. That sounds good. That's a hard cap for us to.
Yeah.
You know. That'll be fine.
Okay, but it does start in 35 minutes, so at that point I would say we don't add any more rules. We stay with what we have, unless something catastrophic gets, issued.
Okay, 10 rules. We've got the 10
rules.
commandments
Yeah.
of the ultimate Effekseer animation contest.
It's so hard to say the name of this software. See, here's the thing.
Effekseer.
I hate the name of this software. I love
this software,
but I hate the name of it.
The name
It's terrible.
It's fine.
It should be.
It's fine. There's nothing wrong with the name. Effekseer. It's just a name.
It makes me sound stupid every time I try to say it. So I'm like Elfeka.
It sounds like it's Effekseer.
Effekseer.
Elf Kisser, damn it.
Yeah.
I love how it auto-corrected somebody's to Elf Kisser.
That's perfect. They shouldn't name
They're
it
just
Elf Kisser.
they didn't even catch it. They were just like, yeah, that software. Their brain just glossed over it, like, yeah, whatever that one was. Yeah, if we have any questions about the contest, I would like to air them out here, so feel free to ask any questions you have about it. I already forgot how they said it, and I'm back to saying and thinking it's Degica.
Degica?
No.
Degica?
I've always just read it the first time and I went Degica, and I was like, I never questioned it. I always thought, like, easy, obviously, right? It's Degica.
Oh, I can see Degica if the C is like an S sound.
But when you asked me about it, I immediately went, oh no, have I been saying it wrong this whole time?
Same.
Nope, but it is what it is, and
so why don't we make an animation? Let's play it.
You want to play around and make an animation? Okay, let's make a new project. Let's hit play. Let's select a node. Let's give the node some things. Let's make it infinite for now. We'll hit play so that it's going. Let's say we want to make a 90 frame animation, something short and swizzles.
Yeah.
Let's go to PVA and maybe give it a speed of like 0.5. I don't know. Boom! Let's give it a little 0.1 deviation. So we're gonna make a machine gun type effect thing going on. So I'm using middle mouse to scroll the canvas around, and then I'm using the right mouse to change the angle so that it's what it's important to note and to point out in this software is where your camera is directly determines what it looks like when you export it. So if I have my camera over here, it's going to be spraying from the right side. But if I have my camera right here, it's going to be like spraying towards the camera, and vice versa.
Well, there's something also, I keep reading in the documentation that sprites always rotate to face the user. And if you want to see the actual way that, like the actual 3D depth of it, you change the thing to, can you go to basic rendering? Nope, the rendering.
You want to load?
This one,
oh,
rendering.
okay. But we don't have a sprite loaded
Right,
yet.
but if you go to configuration, click that, and do fixed...
Fixed or fixed y-axis, one of those two?
Scroll down, there's another option. Go on there.
There's nothing else here. You get these four. You got billboard, rotated, billboard, fixed Y, and fixed.
Try fixed Y.
Yeah.
One of them makes it so if you go, it doesn't.
Okay.
fix-
So when you use fixed Y-axis, it doesn't change. It doesn't rotate the particle to face the camera.
Right.
That is so cool and good to know.
The actual 3D depth.
Right. No, I like this. I want to actually use fixed Y. I know mostly I've been using reverse billboard, but
Rotated billboard.
yeah.
Yeah, and that shows you on an axis, like a 180 degree axis or whatever, like how it will rotate.
Yeah.
They all have value.
There's always
when you're building it, so you're going to want to switch between those just to see what it looks like from different perspectives.
Right. So like if you're making an animation, like a charge animation, you may have multiple nodes. Some of them will be set to fixed Y, and some will be set to billboard, and et cetera, et cetera. It's not sort of like which one is my favorite. It's just like they're just different tools.
Maybe
what's better, a hammer or a screwdriver? Well, they both do different things.
Maybe we could go on the website and download some of their samples and see how we can change one to something of our own.
Oh, you want to Franken edit a particle
let's
effect?
Franken
I
edit
thought we
a
were making one though.
Okay, well let's make one.
I mean, you make up your mind what you want to do, and we'll do
I
it.
can't make up my mind.
Okay, so let's make one,
Okay.
and then we'll Franken edit one as
So
well.
if you click here, you can get to samples.
Okay, keep in mind I'm trying to read the chat too, so if you see any delay, I apologize for that. But RPG Maker Web says, actually, Knights of the Round makes a good upper limit, 1 minute, 18 seconds. Oh my gosh, Final Fantasy VII's Knights of the Round was ridiculous to watch through. It did so much damage that you'd want to use it, but gosh, it was such a long animation.
Touch Fuzzy says that it took 1 minute and 18 seconds.
Jeez.
That seems like an eternity when you're playing a game and you're in a battle. 1 minute and 18 seconds. Such a long time.
So what's good about, another thing that's good about this software is it comes with a lot of PNG files that you can use as particles. So we could take this one right here.
Oh, that'll look awful.
Oh yeah.
Not all of them.
Why do they have the black
I don't know.
background and stuff? Instead of transparent, sometimes they use that. Maybe
think it's
maybe
for-
for like certain reasons you'd want that.
There is, because I've seen this being used. Go back to that folder you were in.
This one?
Yeah.
The textures?
I've seen this distortion 01. I haven't gotten to this point in the tutorial yet, but I've seen it used for materials. So
okay.
I think there's a different way. That
I would
these are
imagine you
used.
change the blend mode of these to like make it do what you want to do, right? Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Get back in your window. Like so if we go to like additive or something or subtract. Oh, you would use like multiplier and then or subtract.
Well,
and you just kind of put this behind, and then it would like make it look distorted.
In the example that I'm talking about, they had like a sphere, and it like covers the entire sphere, and then you could also distort it so it looks like it's moving around.
Well, that's not what I want to do right here for this. I'm gonna find a good texture, something like this with transparency. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I like
good.
this one.
That's good. It's cool the color options that they give you for this. With the rings, you can color the inside, the middle, and the outside, so it's not all one color. It's so fast.
So we could slow it down.
Yeah, go back to this one. Yeah,
The blue?
0.05.
Speed?
0.05 for speed always, to me at
Okay.
least. Seems like a good speed. Yeah.
it's like a cast animation, right? Or like, but they need to they need to like fade out faster, right? So let's change so the bubbles just slowly disappear. Also, I want them to expand.
So that's in the basic render settings, fade in and fade out.
So we'll enable the fade in, and we'll say...
I'm actually covering this in the next tutorial.
Ooh. Everyone's psyched for your
15.
tutorials, by the way.
Yeah, and then go to fade out and change that to 15 as well.
I don't know if we need that long of a fade in.
No, you do. It's not big at all.
Okay.
Go to 15.
15 frames?
Yeah, because
it's only 90 frame animation.
I think we need to put this back to normal.
Okay. Let's just keep them all on normal for now, and then change the numbers.
There. Yeah, and the life cycle isn't long enough to see them fade out.
Okay, so let's change it to 2 seconds then.
There we go.
No, the life of them...
See, they're fading out.
They're starting
now.
to fade out, but
Yeah.
we need to change the life, their duration, their time to live, right?
Yeah.
Time to live. Let's add some deviation point. 0.05, and then time to live. It says 100 frames. Let's go with 75 frames. I like that better, right? Let's do. What about 60 frames? They start to disappear much faster.
Yeah. Maybe the spawn rate should be increased a little too, because they seem to just like bunch right at the beginning. Try setting the spawn rate to 2. See if that looks like. There we go. Now they're more like dispersed when they first come out of their origin.
Oh, these have to be whole numbers, don't they?
Must be. The other ones take decimals.
That one has to be a whole number. So we'll do a deviation of 5. We'll do 65 with a deviation of 5.
Cool.
And then spawn rate 2 with a deviation of 1. So it can be 1 or 1, 2, or 3. This one can be lower, 0.5. Okay. And then the initial delay, I don't think we need an initial delay. We want it to just immediately start, so I'll leave that. Infinite, I don't know. Okay, I know there's a way to change the way that it's sprayed out. There's a deviation on something I want to turn off.
You mean the direction that it's from?
Yeah. Let's go back to this deviation. I don't want it to go down into the ground. I want it to rise from the ground. So like something like that. Maybe the deviation on this can be 0.05. That's better.
Yeah.
0.05, even better.
So
now I'm zooming out.
Delay the spawn rate again because it just bunched up all over
Right,
again.
because I'm just not spreading them out as much. So this is going to be, I'm trying to position my camera right.
Looks good.
Okay, and then we go back to spawn rate and go back to 1, huh?
No, you want to make it bigger.
Oh, 3.
Yeah.
This is the delay between them.
I would go to like 5.
Let's try 10.
Try 10.
With the deviation.
Oh,
of
that's
1.
better. Maybe 7. 10 seems like maybe it's a little too much. There we go. That's pretty good.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah.
Let me make sure I don't miss the chat. The fact that it's still square makes me want to make Yoji attack where someone is throwing a Fuda. Think this could be used as a battle transition? Oh yeah, you could definitely use Effekseer to make battle transitions. In fact, why wouldn't we want to do that? That's a great idea.
Oh, we forgot to mention that the contest starts at 3.
I know, I did mention that.
Oh, you did mention that?
Yeah, I mentioned
Okay.
it. I was like, in 37 minutes it starts. So yes, we are messing around in Effekseer, also known as Effekseer, to those who can read properly. Not me.
Or pronounce words properly.
And let's see, where was that page? Here it is. And that's basically it. We went through the whole thing already. But
oh yeah, by the
link
way,
is in the description.
Thank you, Nawis, for the awesome art that we wound up using for the billboard.
Yep, we asked for his permission to use it, and he gave T the go-ahead. This was originally drawn by Nawis, and then T and I both edited this stuff together and put our logos on it, and we went through a few iterations to make it work for the company.
I'm gonna add that.
We had to do the full logo if we're gonna use the copyright. We tried to do just MZ, but I guess you can't just put your copyright on the letters MZ, which makes sense.
It does make sense.
Right, so we had to do a few changes, but that's all. It's fine. It works good. I like it, and thank you now. A shout out. So yeah, come join Let me refresh. Have people joined it yet? 8 people have joined it. Some people want this. Some people really want this copy of RPG Maker MZ.
Oh, and Archaea made the face sets, so I'm going to add credits for Archaea too.
Mm-hmm. Archaea gave this face set to me last year, and same thing to T. So shout out to Archaea.
I just added them to the page. Some credits.
And Dallas.
Yeah.
And that's the rules for that. So yeah, let's get back into the program that we're going to be using and keep working on our animation. Definitely download this software, Damien. Hey Smo, how you doing? I like the idea of using these animations for battle transition. I also want to use them in storyline progression, like in the MZ chat of the Discord, links in the description below. You can post stuff that you've posted for Effekseer. I want to tie together Effekseer and MV, so I'm not going to make Effekseer's own channel. Just post your Effekseer stuff in MZ right here, where we're going to be using it. Mm-hmm. And I see Vino put a link to our page there. Thank you, Vino.
Can I show everybody a couple things that I've learned recently? I'm about halfway through the documentation right now.
Nice. Yes, right now I'll let you do that.
Mm-hmm.
Mikey Kima's got some nice little animation there.
Yeah, those look good.
Vino's got an animation
I love the color
here.
scheme, as always, Vino.
Yeah, so if you want to post your animations inside of MZ, also you can do that in the Discord. I think they created a special place, on the forums, right? Mm-hmm. They made a special place on the forums.
Yeah.
To post your Effekseer stuff. So you should definitely go to RPG Maker Web forums. Try again.
You can do it. I believe in you.
And post there. Wow, this is a conversation that got all over the place, right? Okay. But anyway, I was trying to scroll up to where I was showing how you can do a zoom into a character bust. I did just straight zoom. I think I posted it on the RPG Maker Web forums as well. What did you want to do now? Sorry about that.
So I was saying I'm about halfway through the documentation right now, and it could be a little I feel like the documentation is really well done, but very poorly translated. So it takes reading the same paragraph about 6 times before I think I understand what it's trying to say sometimes. Right. But I played with some really cool stuff recently. Go to, I think it's this one here. Is it that one? No, the blue one, basic render. Settings.
Or the render settings.
Yeah. They're both named so similarly and they look the same, so it's hard to remember which one. But if you go to color all, go to this drop down here, and you could do a couple different things, but try easing.
Okay, this is easing, for those who don't know, is basically tweening.
Yes.
From, if you use the animation editor and any other RPG Maker, when you tween a picture, you'll put the picture on the left side, and then you'll put in 15 blank frames, and then on frame 17 or 16 you put the picture over here, and then you tween them, and it takes the first and last image and makes it animate from first to last, and it basically does all the animation frames for you. So that's what tweening is, but in Effekseer it's known as easing. It's essentially the same thing. So what we're doing is we're picking a start color, and then we're picking a finish color.
If you want to start with the same exact color every time and finish with the same exact color every time, you would just make the min and the max the same thing.
White and white.
Move that thing. Yeah, the min and the max. See here?
So you can drag this into there, right?
Yeah, you can just click this and drag it down into there. But if you want a random color range to start your color easing, if that makes any sense, you can use 2 different colors here. So you pick your starting color, which are these 2 colors, and
why don't we make it
I just
white,
make them the same.
and then the second one we can make it
you should make them sort of similar.
Sort of similar.
Yeah, sort of similar.
So let's go with a purple. While we're doing it, let's make a light purple and a dark purple. How about that?
Yeah.
So we'll go with a light purple, and then over here we'll select a very dark purple.
Yeah, and now if you see how it's coming out, they start at different colors, random different colors, but they're in between the 2 that you've specified.
And they actually are headed back to bright white at this point, but
so
we can change this
to
be just a couple of different purples, because you only really need purple. That's the only color you need.
Right. And you can specify how fast it's, or how long and how fast it stays at the starting color and transitions into the ending color with the ease in and the ease out.
Right.
So if you wanted to ease in really fast, you could choose fastest, or if you wanted to ease in really slow,
this
you
is
could do
the
it
slowest.
Yeah.
And then we'll move to the fastest.
Right. There's a lot of cool stuff that you could do with colors here. And then on, I think it's on basic. Or is it?
I'm playing around with this for a second, sorry.
No worries.
Ooh, I like that one. Ease in the fastest, but then ease out slowest. So you get this weird blue, purple, neon, like, I like that. I'm gonna leave that.
Yeah,
what
that
do you
looks
think?
really cool. I love it. And then I think check this out. I don't
Vertex
know if it's
color?
this one. Yeah.
Fixed.
No. Oh, yes. I think that's what it is. So change one of these colors.
Okay, let's
Change
make
it to red so you can see
okay.
exactly what's going on.
Stuff
Yeah.
is happening.
And
let's
then,
do one red and then one blue.
Yeah, make them very different so you can see exactly what's going on.
It looks so cool.
Yeah, so it changes a different quadrant inside the animation. Then there's another one that does like the inner ring, the middle ring, and the outer ring. I can't remember where that is though. But there's a lot of versatility in this engine.
Yeah, this is cool, man. All right. So we just got these particles looking really cool. Another thing to point out is the reason why we can change these colors so easily and we see all these changes and they're noticeable is because we're using a transparent and white image.
Right.
Like if you use colored images, then when you change the color,
they won't be as vibrant.
It's putting that color on top of another color. So
Yeah.
it's just like dyeing your hair. If you have black hair and you want to dye it green like I did, I had to bleach it first, so we had to make that more of a brighter color. And so it works like textures too. When you try to put a color on top of a color, it really depends on its base color. So if you want to get the color exact, then you want to start with a base, like just a flat 255, 255, 255.
Yeah.
All
so
right.
another effect that I'd like to see is go up here to the top. You see where it says sprite?
Yeah.
Change that to ring. I'm curious to see what it
Oh,
looks
if
like.
we change it to ribbon, change it to track, we just get these weird. We can make like a pattern. Maybe this is how you do the tornado.
It's interesting how they
ring.
Whoa. Yeah, I wanted to see what that would look like. I don't understand why it took away your colors. That's kind of a bummer.
And then model. What if I go back to sprite? At least it remembers.
That's awesome.
At least it remembers your settings. So if you happen to go over here and be like, oh, what does this do? And then you go back to it, it doesn't like completely ruin it.
That's cool.
It remembers your settings.
So another cool thing that we could do is we can make it look like these bubbles are like wobbling. If you go to scale.
Let's go to scale.
Right here, this orange box. Yep.
Still learning.
And then change it to
PVA?
easing.
Oh, easing?
Yeah.
Okay, so
And-
start and
Yeah, so start and
between
then
them.
just like make the start.
Should they go smaller to bigger or bigger to smaller?
It's up to you. So you can either make it 2 or you can make it 0.5.
Let's do 0.5 to start with.
Okay. And then make the deviation.
Sure, 0.1.
Yeah.
And then the ending we
I would
can
probably make the deviation bigger. I'd make the deviation like 1.
0.2,
Nah.
0.5.
Nah. I'd make it even bigger.
Let's just see what 0.5 does.
Because you want it to like wobble.
Okay, all right. Let's do
it's
2
too
like you
subtle.
said.
Yeah. Oh, they're turning. Maybe not the axis. Maybe you should just
Leave that one 0.
Yeah, leave that one 0.
Well, it's the X that causes it to turn.
Is it the X?
side.
Okay, so get rid of
The Y will cause it to spin up and down, and the X will cause it to spin
So let's
left
just
and
do
right.
Z then.
Let's just
make
do
0 on
Z. Okay.
X and Y and for all those.
Excuse me.
Make that 0 too.
For those of you wondering, I'm using Shift and I'm using Tab and I'm using Shift Tab. So if I want to go forward, I tab through. I can hold the Shift and Tab backwards. So that's how I'm just in the number pad to save you some time. What was the next thing
Can
you'd
I
like
play
to see?
around with it real
Yeah,
quick?
sure.
Thank you.
Go for it. Let's see what T sets these up for. Welcome back, Akos. You had a small accident. Oh no. Hopefully you're all good.
I disappeared them. They
If
don't
you use-
exist anymore.
Frank Weber says if you use white and black for your color easing, you get all kinds of crazy different colors every time the animation plays. Huh, that's good. St. Griffin says, just joined, expect my submission at July 15th, 2020 at 1:59. So he's going to procrastinate to the very end. So what are we doing now? Why is the camera all off? You want to see it from a different angle?
Yeah.
You just spraying bubbles?
There we go.
I actually had an idea of what we were going to do. Like, you were charging a spell. So now that the camera's all off, I don't know what you were trying to, like, what's your point now?
I don't know, I was trying to make it wobble, but it's not wobbling.
I want to make a charge animation, you know, like when you're going to cast a spell.
I think I'm using the wrong thing. Instead of easing, it should probably be PVA. I'm not sure if you could do it with easing.
Have to zoom out more.
This is kind of cool though,
There we
too.
go.
It looks kind of like, almost like smoke rings. They're really fast, but it's almost like smoke rings that are rising and getting bigger as they float away. You could make a fire smoke animation.
All right. So what's the next thing? It feels like it's a little lackluster.
Yeah, we need to do something else. I wanted to make a wobble.
Why don't we leave this particle effect alone and add a new node
Yeah.
and then create another one on top of it?
Sounds good.
Let's just DJ Khaled this. Another one. Can you change the space background to something else? Yeah, you certainly can. But there's nothing else that's as good as this one that I've seen right now. I mean, it's dark on dark, I get it, but... Anyway, to do that, you would click on Window, and you go to Environment, and you can drag and drop this over here if you want. Then on Background, you can just select your background, or you can just select a background color. So for this, you would just use any background. I guess I can show you something. Let's go with titles. We'll use a title screen. That doesn't help us at all. It's not helpful at all.
What
Okay.
in the world is that?
There's not a lot of good backgrounds, you see.
Ugh.
You
just
really need like a
plain-
black, like just one dark color, and that's
Yeah.
why I went with the one that I picked, not tile sets.
Parallax. Even just a black or like a gray background would work really well.
Like this one's okay, but honestly, the one that I had was my favorite.
You know what though?
The Starlit
When
Sky
you're-
works great.
When you're making an animation and say you know what battle back this animation is going to be played on, or what
You
map
can
it's gonna
add
be
that
played
in
on.
here to see what it'll look like.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, he was just curious. He wasn't saying it was bad. He was just saying, like, is it possible to change it? Actually, by default, it doesn't have this. It just has a black background.
Right.
And I just put that in there because it made it a little bit more RPG Maker for me. But you can change the lighting and add bloom and everything. So I've got bloom on. But let's max bloom out. You can see it kind of sticks it out a bit so that your environment is a little more noticeable and whatnot. But that doesn't affect your particle. This whole tab, nothing you do here is going to affect the particle effect. It's just your environment and what it renders in the scene here. I love that this program is very lightweight. But if you do have your background with like a ton of bloom, it's going to eat up your system resources. So if it's running slow for you for whatever reason, go into your background here on the lighting and turn off the bloom and turn off all of your lighting and everything and have no tone mapping, and then it'll run smoother.
Can we go on the Effekseer website and show everybody what download or the downloads and go over it?
Oh, yeah.
Somebody's on the Discord right now saying that they're trying to figure out which download to grab. So if we go
Okay.
over that real
Yeah, I
quick.
have it up already. Let's just.
I would say his name, but it's something along the lines of Let's
Let's put a link to it in here, you think? So
Yeah,
should
we
we
can
put
do
a
that.
link to download right here? Like, I think underneath the sponsored by Degica, but above the rules, put a link to download it.
Okay.
So
I've
we're gonna
never
get a
tried to
link.
add a link to one of these, but I'm sure it's possible.
Do you need it? I have it.
No, I have
okay.
it open. Yeah. But if you just go on the website on the stream, maybe we could show people what download.
I'm going
you
to
should
add
grab.
the link to Effekseer in the description real quick as well. So let me just open a tab and click on this, and then this is the documentation, and download will be right here. So I'm going to copy this and I'll put this right here, and then we'll just save this. That way the description of the video will have a link to download it as well. All good, all good. And I just clicked on this right here at the top. Download Win 64-bit 152G. It's literally right here. The download. And then
if you
boom.
have Windows 64-bit, this is the one you're going to grab. If you have 32-bit, grab this one. If
Who
you have
has
Mac,
32-bit Windows anymore?
People.
Like who? Why would you have 32-bit Windows where you can only have like 3 or 4 gigs of RAM? 32-bit systems make no sense anymore.
If you have Mac, grab the third link, and it looks like these are just older versions.
These are, yeah.
If you'd like an
if
older
like say
version.
they make a terrible bug in the most recent one, they can't figure it out. They give you a link to the last like really most stable version they had. Frank Weber says later on in the documentation, when you get to distortion, I believe it has a generic city background, which is decent if you don't have anything else. Windows tablets. 32-bit operating systems. Windows tablets runs on 32-bit Windows. That's awful. Why? Why does that exist anymore? Yeah, I wouldn't recommend. Lower end Surface tablets are 32-bit. Feels bad for those lower end Surface tablets. They get
Yes.
like 3.5 gigs of their RAM utilization. That's it. And what can you do with 3.5 gigs of RAM when one of it is used, 1.5 of it is probably used by your OS?
I don't understand.
So you get like
tablets.
2 gigs. You can run one small program if it's not very intensive.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. It's dumb.
I don't understand tablets because like the smartphone seems to do about the same, and then the computer is like way better than a tablet. I'm sure people like I've heard people like to do art. If you have an Apple tablet, apparently they have a really nice free built-in.
Graphics thing?
Yeah, like it turns it into a graphics tablet,
Huh.
which I think is awesome.
Well,
but for like $800,
why don't
for
you
an
just
Apple
spend
tablet,
$300 and get
yeah,
a really
exactly.
nice graphic tablet that's specifically for that and works better?
But
you know,
if you
don't
use
go
a
to
tablet for other things, then I guess it would be,
don't go to a Waffle House to order the steak.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Go to a steakhouse for that. Boy.
Another way that I've seen people use tablets is like they're replacing cash registers in a lot of places.
Oh, for point of sale.
Right.
It's
yeah.
the new piece of point of sale, POS, right?
Yes.
For
They put like this little thing in the ear, in the headphone jack or in the USB port. I can't remember which one, and you slide your card through it. It becomes a credit card reader.
yeah, it's like a Zoom thing, or what is it called? Square reader.
Something like that. I
Yeah,
think PayPal
I've seen
has
that.
one too. Yeah.
I was
Very cool.
saying, what about we leave this one how it is, right? And then we add a new node above it, which it'll go below it. But now this node we can do different stuff with. We still want to go with the let's make a charge animation, but we'll have 2. I'm thinking we load particle effects again. This one we have it more pointing straight up, less variance on the X, and we have it we make it smaller, and we'll make it
What if we try and make this one a ribbon? So it's like a vortex coming up from the center.
Okay.
Instead of a sprite, let's turn it into a ribbon.
Let's do
instead.
that. Like just a ribbon that just streams particles like a circle around the caster.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I like that. How would we start with that? Let's pick a sprite.
Yeah, we have to pick some kind of image.
Okay, let's load some kind of particle. Let's go to RPG Maker
Maybe
MZ.
something more like line-like.
Right. Texture. Like shockwavy.
Ooh, or like the thunder.
The thunder
You
one.
make like a thundery vortex coming up from the player.
I mean, we have to animate it right. Okay, let's try it. Yeah, we'll go with that.
And do like 5 or 6 of them.
Let's
so
do additive.
They'll swirl around.
Let's go ahead and go to our position and give it some speed, some deviation.
Just straight up.
So
Only
Y.
Yeah, only
Only
Y.
Y. Let's see, 0.05. Or no, it has to be negative. Negative 0.5.
You have to give it speed.
Oh, that's the deviation.
Yeah.
Negative, or let's just do 0.5.
There we go.
Okay, 0.005. No, point.
It's so slow.
We're getting there though.
Oh yeah, that's good. That's pretty good. I like that speed. Not bad, not bad.
Let's do this.
Yeah. You could
0.7.
yeah.
Okay, we found it. With a deviation of 0.01. There we go.
So put like 5 or 6 of them. So it's like when it comes out, if we can get the rotation right.
Okay, we don't need to add more nodes for that.
No. In here, the spawn.
There's a way to do.
Spawn count.
Yeah.
There we go.
No, let's do 50 of them.
50 of them. Whoa.
Okay, maybe 20 of them.
And then
Infinite.
we have to.
Infinite of them.
The spawn rate should be the same, no deviation, because we want them all coming at the same time. But like the positioning has to be deviated a little bit.
20 too much?
I think 20 is maybe too much.
Okay.
Maybe 10.
Although that's an infinite amount.
Yeah.
That's 20.
Try 10.
Are you sure you want? Because look, that seems kind of like blip. It's like,
Well,
and
yeah,
then that's it.
hold on. We're not done yet though.
It just goes like.
We're not done yet.
I want it to move like a. We definitely need more. There needs to be a delay in the spawn rate, so that it's like instead of like.
Not a delay in the spawn rate. I don't think. I think we need more of a deviation here. Whoa, look at that.
You know,
what is going on here? That's too
you
much.
just created a supernova. 0.1.
Oh my gosh, that is awesome.
Don't zoom out too much, because keep in mind well, it's fine. I give you control for a minute, and all hell breaks loose. Because the camera position matters, right? So we want to keep the camera position right, because now it doesn't. You can't judge by the way it looks at the wrong angle. You have to get the angle right.
This is more of what I'm looking for. Yes. Okay. Now, how do we get it to spin?
Drifty needs to do the animation sound effects himself. I recorded some sound effects yesterday. You guys want to hear them?
What is arbitrary access? Let's see what this does. Nothing. It makes it. Oh, wait. Where'd it go? It didn't do anything.
What are you doing?
I don't know.
What are you even doing?
I have no idea.
Keep playing. I'll read chat.
I'm just putting numbers in.
Vino uses a reprogrammed modified smartphone to do billing and business deliveries.
Ooh.
Also, you can get a good beginner art tablet with a screen nowadays for like $400, so there's no reason to use a tablet for it, the Wacom one.
I don't know what I'm doing, but it's fun.
Okay. Touch Fuzzy says, honestly, I used to use a tablet, but it was before phones got as nice as they are.
Yeah, the phones are really nice. Okay, so that just makes it fat.
Also, you need to.
How do I make it rotate?
I guess since you're going ahead, since you're kind of taking over, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I'll be right back, guys.
Okay. I don't. See, I still have so much to learn with this. I want to make it rotate around that point, but it's just not doing it. Whoa. Oh my gosh, what even is that? That's awesome. Sphere? Oh no, that didn't. I think this is what I want. Radius 1.5. I don't know what's happening. 0.5? Can you get smaller? It gets so big. 0.5? I feel like I'm getting somewhere, but... Oh,
Whoa, what
I
was
got
that?
it. I did it.
Was
it's
that?
just so big, though. I don't know how to make it not so big.
That's what she did. Okay, let's get the camera. Now I took it. I'm taking control. What is happening over here? I'm coming back. All right, here's our charge animation. Let's get the right angle, I guess. needs to be sort of like this.
Yes, he does need to do the animation sound effects himself. I agree. You should have heard him earlier. He's got this like voice sound effect.
Oh, we didn't do the countdown! $2 super chat from Vino saying the contest has officially started. I was planning on doing a countdown.
Oh.
I forgot it.
We got
Okay,
too
let's
distracted.
pretend. Let's pretend one. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. You guys, 2, 1. Oh, it started. Look, it just started right now, guys. We did it. It just started.
Yeah.
10 people have joined the ultimate Effekseer. Effekseer. Oh.
See, I told you. It's a mean name.
Oh, we
It's
should have
a
just said
trolly
Elf
name.
Kisser. The
It's Elf
ultimate
Kisser.
Elf Kisser animation contest is working. It's alive. Sponsored by Degica. And billboard art by Nowis and Archaea and us. We did it, and us. Drifty did a lot of time on this.
Oh, do you want to be credited too?
No,
I think you're credited.
know.
I think you're already credited.
It's fine. It's fine. Here's my credit. Bam!
Yep.
There you go. Big logo. Thank you. Big shout out to Degica, Nick, everyone over there, Archaea. Love you guys. Thank you so much, Touch Fuzzy, for helping us, I guess, bridge the gap from the community to corporate, because that's important.
Mm-hmm.
The PR, the community manager from PR, or the community manager from the community to the corporate world. Like there's a disconnect there, and Touch Fuzzy is like the conduit, the catalyst that made it happen. So just want to say thank you.
Can we go? Somebody asked a really good question, and I want to play with it, even though I don't know anything about it. Can we open look at the Effekseer again?
Yeah, she's not letting me do
No.
anything. She just wants to play with this
We're here
program.
for this only.
No, we're
I
here
need
to do lots of things.
Go up to window and find the sound window. I wanna
Okay,
play
we're
with
gonna do the sound window. 20 knock super chat from Warp Enigma saying, "Good work, Drifty. Thank you, thank you."
So
It wasn't just me.
There is a sound window in here. Who asked this question? Frank Weber. Go ahead and open that. I haven't played with it yet, though.
Okay.
So how do we make sounds
Enabled. Sound data.
Oh, we
you
have
would
to
have to load a
load
WAV
it.
file, or does it do anything else? Nope.
I wish you knew where that helium sound effect was, because
Let's
I've
load
wanted
one
to
I made
use
last
it
night.
so much.
I made a bunch playing around with this TC Helicon pedal thing.
Yes, he was making all kinds of weird sounds.
It
and
was fun, okay?
It was
And
weird without
I
the
wanted
pedal.
to do more of that on this stream, but it just doesn't fit the thing. Okay, I cleaned some audio. Did I save any as WAV? I did not. I saved them all as OGG. Let's see if it'll
Okay.
open OGG.
So we have to use WAV files.
Well, maybe not. Let's see what happens. My sailboat will go on. What? Never mind. We don't need to worry about that.
You probably don't want that one.
You probably don't want to show all of these. Was this the right place?
Doesn't look like it. What'd you
No,
name
I
it?
did like some. I did sound effects somewhere. Custom assets, maybe I did that. Cleaned audio. Bruh, I saved them somewhere. Sound effects? Game sound effects? I mean, I made these too.
We have to try Fart Splat Death, because that sounds like it'll be a fun one.
We totally made this one. Oh gosh. Oh no, it's super loud. Hold on, because I wasn't planning any sound coming from this. One second. Let's bang. Let's just bring this down to a level that doesn't explode the eardrums.
Yes.
Pretty
Okay.
loud
So
still.
it plays at the same point that.
It starts.
Yeah, at the same point that it starts. So hopefully that'll answer your question,
You can-
Frank Weber. You can do sound
It's very
effects
distracting,
in
though.
Effekseer.
Let me bring it down a little bit more. Let's do 25.
Now I wonder.
Okay, you
It
can
seems
still hear it.
it seems kind of limited. Like, if you wanted several different sound effects to play throughout. Oh, I know how it would work. You would add it to each node. So you, like, if you wanted to start with one sound effect and you wanted another sound effect to take effect
Yeah.
when another image starts or whatever, you could you could delay the spawn of that node and play the sound effect.
I have a question. Maybe Touch Fuzzy can answer this. Maybe he's not allowed to answer this yet. When it comes to importing your EFC file, like the file that you save from Effekseer, and you go into the animations tab, you have some options, right? So you load your Effekseer file, but then you have options, right? Is there an option to set up the sounds? Like, let me go into MV to illustrate what I'm talking about. In MZ, do you get this? Do you have these places where you can select your sound effects and timing? Because if so, I would argue that you're wasting your time putting the sound effects into the effect thing here, unless you're only opening it inside of Effekseer. So you'd want to do the sound thing if you're going to just have, like for this contest, it would make sense. If you want sounds, you can put them in here. Like if we enable, you get the fart sound effect every time.
Okay, so sounds are in the editor in MZ.
Okay, and the flashings. Okay, good. So for the purposes of RPG Maker MZ, I would say don't throw any embedded sounds inside your animation, because you're going to take your raw animation and then throw sound effects and flashing on top of it inside MZ. Mm-hmm. But for this competition, we're not loading it into MZ, we're loading it into Effekseer.
Right.
So you can do sounds for the competition, why not?
You would have to.
Well, you don't have to do sounds.
It is a judgment criteria, so I would suggest you put at least
Wait a
one sound
minute.
in it.
Wait a minute. On the thing, a judgment criteria.
Uh-huh.
That's what you said.
Creativity, aesthetics, and sound design.
Oh, we made it a sound design a thing.
Yeah.
Okay. I suppose I should have paid attention to that. Yeah.
So yeah, I would suggest you add at least one sound.
Yeah, make a sound effect.
Or to your effect.
No kidding. Let's go over that a little bit more.
Custom fart sounds are wholly encouraged. That falls under creativity too.
Bup. What happened, sir? Patient. I was watching a Driftwood stream, and I had my earbuds blasted out with a powerful fart.
Sorry
Sorry about that.
everyone. Sorry.
You probably already said this earlier, but will this create 2D animations as well? Yes, it will. Let me actually show you that. So if you want to just do, you know that it's going to be a 2D game and you don't want to use the third dimension, you can still design them the same way and export them 2D, or you can design them in 2D. If you go into camera settings, I believe it's camera settings, and we bring this over here. Come on, go thing. Okay, thank you. Is it? No, it's not. It's options. Let's go down to options. Put the options box up. Right here under options, you see a tab called View Mode, and it's set to 3D by default. But if you select 2D, check it out. That's our 2D animation.
Nice.
Now I'm assuming that there's some conversion from 3D to 2D when you import it to MZ. But I'm curious to find out. I can't tell you for sure how it's going to work until I have the engine.
Right.
And I don't. So I can't say for sure like what we want to use to design, or if using both is good for different things.
You can also export it into a 2D
sprite sheet.
Which...
But that defeats the point of why MZ is using these files, because the sprite sheets are hundreds of kilobytes or megabytes, which is thousands of kilobytes.
And once you've put it into MV, say you're trying to use it in MV, you have to place an image for every frame, which is tedious and time consuming.
Right, unless you're tweening.
With MZ, yeah, if it's a simple one, you're just going,
you make the first and the last and you tween them, or AKA.
But for more
easy.
complicated, awesome OP animations, tweening isn't going to cut it, and you'd have to place them individually.
Right. Yeah, so you can, that's to answer that question, you can do 2D and 3D. I want to keep working on this, at least to export something before we're done.
I managed to get a little rotation in there, but it's not right.
I don't know what you were doing over here with this.
I don't either.
So I'm going to take over and just go back to Sprite, okay? And wow, what is even happening? Sure. Scale, that's fine. So you put a bunch of rotation or something, angles. Let's just put this to 0, 0, 0, 0. Ouch. Sorry. PVA. It's still like, okay, so you can have these on multiple settings. Do they remember their multiple settings? It's not doing that from something you did here. I was reading.
I did it in here.
In options? Behavior.
No, in that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Line. Okay, point. Sphere. Okay.
Circle was the
Model.
only one that seemed to do anything.
I guess we'll have to.
It was on circle before.
Yeah, but I'll need to change these for it to show or do anything, right? Nothing happens there. Okay, circle. What if I do this? Add some noise. Clockwise, counterclockwise, random, clockwise. Obviously, I'm nowhere near the point to visualize something and then make it just happen. Mm-hmm. Like I can figure, like, oh, I know what I want it to look like, and now to get it to do it, that's the challenge. Mm-hmm. And you learn all these things one at a time. So maybe I don't set angle on spawn. Let's not mess with this right now. What else can we do? There's another thing called behavior. Let's put behavior up here. Come on, behavior. Behave. Behave. Speed, angle, angular speed. Let's just start putting in numbers in angular speed.
Whoa. You did something.
Huh. You notice how this is affecting the other node.
Right.
Why is it affecting the other node?
Vino mentioned that earlier on the Discord, that it was changing the colors of all of his animations, each node.
Like, why is these nodes are supposed to be different?
Apparently,
is it like possible to select both of them? Because apparently it's doing that.
No, I think maybe behavior does select all of your nodes.
Oh, behavior. Behavior affects everything.
It seems like it, yeah. So there must be another one. What you were doing there: position, speed, angle, angular speed.
$2 super chat from Corey Davis saying, "I've got a question." Absolutely, let's hear it. Love to help, if possible.
Try doing the same thing here. Maybe that'll only affect the one node. Although you're on the first node now, you want to get on the second one.
Let's go back to this. Nope, this is still on the... Did I get them mixed up?
Maybe.
I do like that effect, though.
That is really cool.
Let's keep that effect. All right.
So
happy little accidents. Happy little accidents. Oh, you have to double click. Oh, no, you don't. This is so weird. But this one...
How can you tell what node you're on?
We have to name them.
Oh.
We're so dumb.
Also,
why did we not name them?
Yeah, you can name them, and then you could also do that.
Okay, so we know that this one... This is the blue bubble thing.
Who names their nodes? I mean,
who organizes?
That's for...
This is purple.
Smart people.
We'll call this perp orbs. Perp
You know
orbs.
how lighting looks like it comes from the sky to the ground? Can you do that? I'm going to say absolutely you can do that. Do we know how to do it? No. Yet.
You know how lightning looks like it comes from the sky to the ground?
Exactly, Touch Fuzzy.
Can you do that? I mean, it's possible.
We don't know how yet, though.
I've managed to spend a lot of hours on this, yet I've only been using it for days. Just a few days, actually. Like a week? How long have we been using this? A couple weeks, maybe?
Less than a week.
Less than a week.
Yeah, like 5 days, maybe 4 days.
So give me some time, and I plan to keep using it until a point where I can do what I imagine. Mm-hmm. And we'll include lots of tutorials.
Yeah.
We'll do documentation, and then I'll do tips and tricks. Like, here's how you make a quick bolt, and then hopefully have a 3 or 4 minute tutorial. Go here, do this, do that, do this, yada, yada, yada. Boom, instant bolt. And then I'll include a PNG or something.
I'm going through the documentation and translating it to video format. And somebody mentioned that I should also translate the written format since it's open source, and I'm really tempted to do that, actually. I might do that.
Just translate it. Mm-hmm. Okay, so we have our bolts, and we've named them properly now. I'm going to turn it back to infinite so that I can just edit it while I don't have to wait for it to spawn to see it. Thank you for the super chats, Corey. I mean, I would love to just this is how you do it, but I'm not there yet. I've only been using it for a few days.
What have you done?
I name everything for my own sanity as frequently as I blink. I cannot not name stuff.
How?
Because it's currently it's not stuck there. It's just always spawning right there.
Oh.
So what we can do is change the spawn rate so that it's
At least blinks now.
at least blinks.
Yeah. That actually looks kind of cool.
And then what if we do like a deviation of 1? So it's not exact. It's a kind of random. Let's stretch it out a bit. I'm gonna change the scale of the X. No, of the Y to be 3.
Ooh.
No, to be 5.
Ooh.
No, to be 10.
Oh, I love it. That is just gorgeous. Can you change the direction? Like, oh yeah, you can. Right? Yes, you do negative Y, and then have the spawn location up in the sky.
You
so
just
it's
change
coming
position,
down.
honey. You
Yeah,
just
that's what
go.
I mean.
Okay.
But you want it to be going down instead of up.
It's going both.
Right. Because it's huge.
That's what she said. We need to change something about the way that the image is going, the speed, right? The deviation on the speed, maybe?
No, I think you just have it really, really super tall.
You think it's just too big? You want to change scale? Or change it back to 1. Do you see? Look how far it still
Yeah.
goes. It's not this.
You're right. You're right. It is the. Why is it spawning underneath? Oh, because of the deviation. You have a deviation on the spawn point.
Do I?
Yes.
Position.
Go back to basic. I remember you putting it there. Spawn.
Spawn rate.
Where's the spawn point? Where's that?
Position.
Is it in
It's
position?
right here, position. So we put, I changed
Oh,
that
you
to
put negative 10. That's
but that's not a deviation.
You
That's
want-
just saying.
You want it to be like positive 20 or something. There we go. But then make the speed negative 1y. So it goes down instead. Yeah. So now it looks like lightning's coming down on your head. Isn't that cool?
Yeah. We need to remove, or we need to kill it faster. It needs
Yeah,
to
it
die
needs to
very
die.
fast. Time to live. Let's do not 100 frames. Let's do like 10 frames, right?
Close.
1 frame. 2 frames. 3, 4, 5. Do you see?
Perfect.
6. That goes below.
Yeah.
So
goes
it's
below,
5.
So it's 5 frames. Oh my gosh. Looks
But
kinda
we need to
weird,
stretch
though.
it more.
Yeah.
Let's
looks
stretch
weird.
it. It'll change our numbers again, but that's fine. Let's do 50. No, let's do 20.
20's good.
Let's do 25. No, let's do 30. Okay, 30.
I don't know. That just looks fuzzy. I think
Hold on.
20 looked good.
25. Where was the thing? We need to raise it again.
15's pretty good.
Ugh. $17.
Beautiful. Gorgeous. It's not gorgeous though. There's something weird about it.
It looks awful. It looks terrible,
It
guys.
does. Why does it look so stupid? It's really fast. Can we change the speed? Can you go back down
Sure.
here and make it like negative 0.05?
Oh, the speed changed its per. But it looks better.
It looks better.
It looks way better. Okay, and then position 10. Okay, hold up. We're on to something. 8, 9, 10, 11. Nope. 12.
I think it needs to live a little longer too. Like I don't think it's drawing everything.
It looks way better.
It looks like a lightning bolt having a seizure.
Yeah, I mean,
So you
obviously
get
we're
this
not going to
lightning
use
bolt, some
infinite.
anti-seizure
It's going to
meds.
be more like this.
Right.
Or even like 1, right? Just bang, bang,
Nice.
bang. And it'll randomize that. Bang, bang, bang.
Cool.
It doesn't need to be that long, does it? Let's do 90 frames.
Ooh.
Or
You could copy this. If you copy bolts, you could change the starting, like the X position, and it'll look like there's bolts coming down around you.
Huh?
So if you copy bolts, go ahead and copy that node.
Copy
the
node.
And make like 4 more. Let's do 5.
Should I paste it as like underneath it so that one changes all of them?
Paste it on the root.
Paste it on the root.
Yeah.
Okay, select the root. Let's paste node there.
Do that 4 more times.
If you don't want to change.
Oh wait, yeah.
Change them one.
We'll have to change them all anyway.
So why don't we change it and call it bolt sub bolt 1 or something?
Okay.
Bolt _ 2.
Okay. So then just change position, change the X position so it like goes down in a different spot.
What number, up or down? What are you talking about?
The X position.
Change it to what?
I don't know, whatever you want.
5? 5, 2?
Get it to like come down in
2?
a different spot. There we go.
I see what you're saying now. Okay.
So you do a bunch of them and then you deviate their spawn time, like their spawn delay. Yeah, so they
okay.
go.
Okay, alright. Let's try that. Let's copy this one and then paste it here. Hello? Oh, sorry. I pasted it. I didn't realize that this is a folder. It is though. And so it looks like I deleted everything. Right here. This is 3. And then we'll go to position and change this back to 0, but then put this. No, wait. It's got to be the X, right?
Yeah.
-2.
-2 would be good. Gorgeous. Maybe do a little.
-200.
It doesn't go out that far. Go do a negative. How would you get it at an angle? Yeah, there you go.
That'll just kind of center it, really.
Yeah.
So what if we just do -1 and 2? It kind of throws it back a little bit.
So they're not all in a line.
Yeah, it throws it farther away.
Right.
So they don't. It doesn't look like it's the same sprite because they're at a different z-axis.
Yeah.
I think the one that's up front needs a higher z. So let's go here. This one, 2z. Because it's closer now.
Yeah.
Or
Make it
let's
look
do
like the
1.
lightning's going towards you. That's awesome.
Yeah. And then this one, -1, is behind.
Now go to the basic settings tab.
Of which one?
This one.
No, of what?
All of them eventually. So this one first. And then put initial delay 0.05. Let's see what that looks like. Why isn't it delaying?
Well, it's frames. How many frames?
Oh, it's frames. Okay, so put
half
like
a frame. You don't even know.
5 frames.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah. So now go to one of the other ones and change it to 10.
Like 4 frames. Alright, that's just
I'd change it to 10.
10.
Yeah.
Use a 5 frame difference.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, it's so cool. I love it. And then you could add a node at the bottom of each one of these to make like an impact if you wanted to. So like when it hits the ground, it goes.
We could continue going on and on and on about this, and that's what it'll be like until you get your animation just about right. You keep adding one thing and another thing and another thing until you have a full animation. I think we should wrap up the episode.
Yes, I agree. I'm sweating. It's too hot in here.
And I'm just super stoked, super happy. Corey's lightning idea put us off on let's make a bolt tutorial.
So you would use kind of the same principle of changing the position and making the y-axis a negative if you wanted to make a light. It would obviously be a different image and you'd have to change the speed and the duration, but you could do that. You could do it that way.
And we can change the color of this bolt from white to be like a yellow something too, easily.
Yes.
Let's do easing. And then it should be not easy. It should be a fixed color.
Yeah.
Because it's just like a bolt, so let's
make it additive too.
Oh yeah, let's change the blend mode to be it should definitely be additive. Let's make it a white bolt like this.
Dark Holder, I agree completely. It seems to be extremely user-friendly. I haven't gotten into the F-curves and the materials, which look a little more complicated, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be mostly common sense, I guess is the word I'm looking for. Once you play with it a little bit, it really It's easy. I've worked with software that was not easy, and it made me want to bang my head against the table. And this is definitely not it. It's pretty.
This is good
User
software.
intuitive.
Yeah, this is not bad software. This is pretty good. 20 knock super chat from Warp Enigma saying thanks for the epic contest, everyone involved. Vino says give it a few days of effort and you'll impress yourself with how easy it is to make decent animations. Give it a full 2 weeks and then you can impress the rest of us. Yeah, It's going to take a little while. That's why we're giving 2 weeks to submit your entries. So you have this first week to kind of learn how to do stuff, and then the second week you should start developing like your entry.
I agree. And it would be plenty of time to make a really cool animation.
Oh, they were on additive, by the way.
They were?
Yeah, they're all on
Interesting.
additive. But you can see I changed the color of one to yellow, and these other ones are white.
Make it like a bright yellow, like neon yellow.
Okay, let's change a different one to that color then.
I think you were just there, the blue one.
This one, yeah.
Yep.
A bright yellow,
Yeah.
like this. A
No,
bold
You
yellow.
don't have brighter yellow than that.
Well, this is bright.
Right.
The brightest yellow is white.
Right in that little sliver, up a little more. Yeah, like.
There?
Yeah.
Okay, there you go.
Huh.
You don't really notice it, but it's different color.
The colors seem so drab.
Well, this one is white. It's not changing all of them.
Yeah.
I was saying if you want it to be more saturated,
Yeah.
you'll notice it more. You see how it's golden, it's saturated?
That looks cool.
So
What about
instead
blue?
of bright, let's just make it a blue bolt.
Yeah, like a icy blue. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. And then one of them's got to be purple, right? Let's copy bolt 3 and then paste on the root and call this one bolt 4. And then we'll change its delay to be 15 frames, and we'll change its position to
Alley
be
Cat quoted you.
minus 1.5, and this will be minus 3.
The brightest yellow is white.
The brightest yellow is white.
Gotta add that to the Drifty 2020 quotes book. Got a list. We got a running list of 2020 quotes.
And let's change this color to a purple. You need a purple bolt. Everything needs to have a purple bolt. There we go. A bunch of lightning bolts, different colors. And what you could do is have each one of these nodes play a little thunder sound effect. And so you'd have like every time. You can give them different sound effects too.
Yes. And then at the bottom where it hits the ground, you could have like a dirt flinging effect, like
Little
an
particle,
impact
little
effect. Yeah.
little plume. You can really go as far as you want, and the beautiful thing is, you're not limited to 1 or 2 sprites. You can put in 50 sprites if you wanted, and that's not going to make the image that much bigger. Of course, the smaller number of frames, the smaller the file, the less images used, the smaller the file. But in relativity, even if you use 50 images, it would be smaller than drawing a big sprite sheet. And so it's still more optimized. So you have plenty of sound effects to throw into your stuff, your animations, and then you can use whatever PNGs you want as long as they're CC0. They don't have copyright protection that stops you from redistributing. Use your common sense and you'll be able to have no problems. If you have anything questionable, it's probably a no. Like, can I use Mega Man character art? No, don't use it. Can I use Super Mario Brothers? Definitely don't use Nintendo IP.
Oh, if there's no
CC0.
restrictions, then
Right.
you can use it.
Yeah, the purple one matches the other bolts too. It looks really good.
It does. It's wicked cool.
All right, guys, we're going to read the names off the chat. Shout out to Degica and everybody involved on the corporate side of things.
Thank you, Touch Fuzzy, for
Thank you for
reaching out to
sponsoring
us.
this. Thank you for reaching out.
We're honored to do this.
And by reaching out, also it's T bothering Touch Fuzzy every week about.
I never do that. I don't know what you're talking about. You're telling stories about me.
This is exciting, guys. Come join the Game Jam. RPG Maker MZ is available to win. That's the prize. You can win RPG Maker MZ. Winners will be announced 3 weeks from today. So the submissions are open, but speaking of subscription, please subscribe to the YouTube channel. Join us on Discord, back us on Patreon if you're able to, and if you would like to do so, there's different tiers. Links are in the description below. Come join us on Discord, where you can participate in the amalgamation and these other jams and just talk to a bunch of other people who are probably like-minded. If you're watching this, then you probably have some other stuff in common with the 500 people who are online right now on the Discord. And the thousands of other people who frequent the Discord. So I would love to have you guys on the Discord. Come join us.
Oh no.
What happened?
Touch Fuzzy says, I keep having to empty my inbox because of tea.
Oh.
No, but he says, kidding, I've yet to be bothered at all.
Yeah.
I'm glad I'm not bothering you, Touch. I'm trying not to.
Vino says, don't doubt yourself, folks. You never know until you try. That's true. It looks complicated. It's really not. You pick a picture, you go into the boxes, and you literally just change numbers. You don't have to know what everything means. You don't need to know what this thing does. You don't need to know. What you can do is put pictures in here and change it around until it looks like you want it to look, or at least fun. Use the middle mouse to move around. And
or you could be boring like me and read the documentation and actually learn everything step by step.
You could read the documentation. That works for a lot of people, but it doesn't work for everybody. That's why they appreciate you reading it, translating it into modern English, and then showing a quick 3-minute example of what it's saying.
Yeah,
that helps me learn so much.
As long as nothing crazy happens, I should get another one out today.
We'll see.
I might not get one out tomorrow, though, because Thursdays are always extremely busy.
Yeah, we have extra work every Thursday.
Yeah.
But, yeah, that's going to be it. Where can I find the invite to the Discord? It should be in the description below. Click on Show More underneath the video, Jessica Culver, and you should have a bunch of links there. Can you double check that it's actually there? I believe I put it in there.
I will.
Just click on
Yes.
it. Yeah, it just says DG Discord server. That's
right.
our Discord permanent invite link. Yeah, that's it. I'm going to read the names of the chat and let you guys go for real. Come join the competition. Big shout out to everyone involved. And we're super excited and stoked. We're going to be submitting some animations. Even though we can't win, we want to participate. Another thing to consider is every animation that we make is something that our entire community can use. So you're contributing to the future of RPG Maker MZ by making more assets, and I think that's the whole reason why they wanted to sponsor this, to give more assets, because there was a lot of sprite sheets that were used in the past, and those kind of go to, like, they get phased out because we're moving on to a 3D particle render system for showing animations, which is ultimately much better. However, the resource base database is much smaller as far as what can be found for free, and when you make a tool like RPG Maker, you need to package something, a certain amount of every type of asset in order to call it a and not specifically for the name, but just because you want it to be, you don't need to create any art, you don't need to program, it's all everything's in the box. So in order to package more of this in the box, I think that was their motive behind this competition, is to get people excited to buy the engine.
A contributing factor, definitely.
And a contributing factor, at least, that there's not enough of these animation sources out there. So if we stimulate everyone to make some, then the entire community has more to work with for future games. So it's going to be, just remember, the stuff that you make this over the next 2 weeks could quite possibly be in hundreds of games. So you could be contributing work to hundreds of games in the future.
Touch Fuzzy says 120 animations come with MZ. That's an impressive amount.
That's a pretty good number.
But more community stuff is always better.
Absolutely. So it's not that they had none; it's that more is better.
More is always better.
And if we have more, then we all have more. So let's make some more animations for everybody. You can submit up to 3 of them per person. No teams, because this is sort of a one-man thing. But yeah. That's it for today. Thank you for coming to the live stream. We had a lot of fun. It was a blast. Thank you so much to all of the Patreon supporters. Corey Davis, thank you for the the generous donation of $50 straight to the PayPal. That goes right into our wallet, and we really appreciate that, Corey. Big shout out to Degica for sponsoring this competition. It has finally officially started, and that's going to do it for today. I'm going to read off the names of the chat, and we'll let you go. Smo Valadorn, thank you for being here. Jessica Culver, one last question. Is the contest only for animations, or are they adding other tile sets and sprites and icons too?
It's just for animation.
This is just for animation right now. I don't know what else that they have planned in the future. I can't say, but I know for sure we have this animation contest, and we were trying to make more of them. RPG Maker Web, aka Touch Fuzzy, thank you for being here. Really appreciate you, man. Jessica Culver, another 20 knock super chat from Warp Enigma saying, "Bye everyone, have a great rest of the day. Whoop whoop.
See you later, Warp.
Take care." Dark Holder, thank you so much for joining Discord and being a part of this wacky thing we do. Vino, thank you so much for agreeing to be, agreeing not to just take the RPG Maker MZ copy from everybody and winning this competition, and instead deciding to be a judge on the panel. We appreciate you giving everyone a chance by joining the judges team. Alley Cat, thank you. Dark Holder, Sweet, thank you so much for being involved. I see Sweet playing with Cyber Baron a lot. Let me know if you have any suggestions about Cyber Baron as well, Sweet, or if you see that the server is down at any time, let me know. It's been up and running. I still have this error that I'm working on. It's still the BB balance error, honey. But look, it's not actually crashing the server. It just pops up sometimes. I wonder if it is if it's something that needs an await on it.
Maybe. What gives BB balance? Or
that's
BBs?
the fight system, the anti-spam system that we put in early.
It's labeled as BB balance?
Well, it's looking at Baron Bucks balance. Wait. No, that's cyber credits. BB balance is the hero system.
Yeah.
So
that's what
it's something in the hero system.
Yeah.
The hero system still has a lot of bugs, and it's only halfway written.
It's a fledgling system.
It's a fledgling system. We have the whole Cyber Baron part done, but then I was working on like an RPG with it, and I didn't quite finish it. But there is an RPG game inside of it, but you don't need to play that RPG game, the hero system, in order to get a first impression.
Right.
You just play the original Cyber Baron stuff, which is like property owning stuff.
And exploring.
And exploring, which was written by Drag. Really
Right.
nice system, exploration.
And you can also spam the Discord, and the robot will attack you, and you can fight it and then get some credits.
Those are credits that you use to get first impressions and other stuff.
Yep.
But yeah, let's continue reading the names. We were on Vino, Warp Enigma, throwing money at us as usual. Thank you, Warp. Appreciate it. Alley Cat. I see a lot of repeat names here. Frank Weber, I see you there. Skepsis D. Damian Floyd, of course. Saint Griffin. Acos 44. Anybody who's lurking, Wing of the Angel, anybody who I just missed, thank you so much for tuning in. We really appreciate it. Mikey Kima, I see you. Smo. Where's all of our celebs? Where's all of our celebs? A Shiny Kupo. Somebody said, I watched a lot of videos, but I never said anything. And now they joined the Discord, and they're like, you guys are all like little mini celebs because Drifty reads your names off every episode or something like that. Forgot what he said, but it was something. He was basically saying that all of the people who come to the stream are little mini celebs because their names get mentioned so much. That's good. I like to include the community. Wrath of Wood, thank you for being here. Psycho Gaming, The Real Tron, Yigu Wagyu, thank you so much for being here. Vero Claw, Ellen Edwin, thank you so much. And anybody else who I missed. That's it for today. We'll see you guys tomorrow, 2 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. But before we go, I'm going to have to play with my toy for a minute. Yeah! RPG Maker MZ! Welcome back. RPG Maker MZ! Like, it's auto-tuning to a specific key, but I don't know what key it is. I think it's G. But anyway. Yeah. Oh, let's do this one. RPG Maker MZ. Okay. Bye, guys.
Bye.
I swear I won't make that a thing. That's for me.